Guys, obviously I knew America was insane, but look how insane they are. Guys, this is an American strawberry. This is a strawberry in the USA. Here's another example. Sorry, why is it white? If you're from Africa, why are you white? I'm so sorry, why is it actually white? Another example, here's an American lady, here's an American strawberry. And one last example for you, because what? This is an American strawberry next to an English strawberry. Is it called an English strawberry? Like a United Kingdom strawberry? One last example for you, because literally what? Why is the entire inside white? Then this here is a USA strawberry versus an English strawberry. Is it an English strawberry? A United Kingdom strawberry, just the strawberries we have in the UK. That's what they look like, right? Lovely, red, juicy, voluptuous. That looks white and dry and crusty and dirty. Like, they're the ones that they sell in the American supermarket, and the girl in the video said that those ones they sell in the supermarket, guess where she got that one from? A farmer's market. What are they putting in their strawberries in that supermarket? Because that's weird. Guys, you're being fed nonsense over there.
Strawberries are inseminated with something. Why are their strawberries white on the inside?
I have no doubt that America is putting something in our strawberries, but I grow 8 different varieties of strawberries, and let me show you what they look like on the inside. Some are really red, but some are also kind of white. And I think it really depends on when you pick them. So the ones you get in the grocery store, they're picking them early and letting them ripen in transport. But even this one looks beautiful on the outside. It's very red, but it's still a little white on the inside. And if you let it ripen to this deep red, you risk it being rotten. So this one is rotten. Even though it's red on the inside, it's beautiful on the outside, but I don't like to wait this long because usually, especially where I live, we get a lot of rain and the strawberries rot.
It's for the Americans. I know you have a lot going on, but I just wanted to show you what the inside of a strawberry should look like. This is what it should look like. That's it. Enjoy your...
You know what's fucking hilarious about this? Is that Canada imports most of its fruit from the United States. You're an Arctic nation, champ. Like, your growing periods are fucking minuscule. Most of your agriculture comes from other places. If you have a shitty looking strawberry, it's not because it's an American strawberry, it's because you're buying them out of fucking season. So anyway, besides the fact that this is a ridiculous self-own, there is nothing more insufferable than the fucking Americans are stupid content creators. That is just the laziest fucking crap. Like, so you can just get on and bag on America, on the United States, and get like millions of views. And you could, just by saying like stupid crap like this, like the trend was for Europeans to show their fruit, babe. Like, that was the bag on America. Like, look at a European strawberry. Look how good it looks. You're from Canada. Your strawberries are American. We're on the same continent, you dumb fuck. God damn it, internet Canadians are fucking jagoffs, dude.
This is for the Americans. I know you have a lot going on, but I just wanted to show you what the inside of a strawberry should look like. This is what it should look like. That's it. Enjoy your war.
Canadians abiding by their ancestors' European superiority complex does not shock me in the least. Remember how on January 19th, Canadians were celebrating at the fact that their American brothers wouldn't have access to TikTok anymore. That really does scream tall poppy syndrome, but that's besides the point. We really saw how nice Canadians can get. But let's actually talk about the matter at hand. That Canadian real strawberry. Like, what was she trying to show Americans? That this real Canadian strawberry looked much better than the average American strawberry? Because it didn't. Let's be honest, most Canadian produce looks nearly identical to American produce. And a fun fact is that both of these two countries share common varieties of strawberries. Strawberries that are pink in the middle, white in the middle, red in the middle, having no effect on the realness of the strawberry. A lot of Canadian produce comes from America. There is no leg to stand on. I don't even know why she made that video. By the way, hi, my name is Ivana. I like to talk about these things, so if you like to hear about these things, then make sure to follow.
I'm in the UK and strawberries normally look like this. But let me tell you why it's completely fine if they do look a little bit white inside. First of all, it depends on the variety of strawberry. There are some types of strawberries like the white Carolina or pine berry that are naturally white or pale when ripe. Other times you might cut into a regular strawberry and the inside's white because it's not fully ripe. Sometimes farmers pick strawberries a little bit early. When that happens, they can look red on the outside, but inside they haven't fully developed. The colour comes from natural pigments that only appear once the berry ripens completely. Again, completely safe to eat. Another reason can be environmental factors. Strawberries rely on sunlight and warm temperatures to fully ripen. If there's too much rain or too little sun or an early frost, the berries might not develop their usual colour, leaving them pale on the inside. And now a fun fact about strawberries, the ancient Romans were so fond of strawberries, they didn't have the variety that we know today. The strawberries they ate were much smaller and more delicate, closer to the wild varieties we grow in Europe. It wasn't until the 18th century that strawberries began to be cultivated on a much larger scale and started looking more like the bigger, sweeter strawberries that we enjoy today. Now you might be wondering, why does it matter? Why is she addressing this issue with strawberries? Well, it might seem like a small thing, but I work as a science communicator and misinformation is rampant. Even the smallest myth can cause wide-ranging problems that we might not think of to begin with, but later down the line actually are somehow detrimental to wider society. So it's always good to tackle a myth head-on before it spirals out of control, even if it's only a small thing concerning the humble strawberry.
As a Norwegian who went to America, the strawberries literally smelled like farts and was completely white in the middle and tasteless. Hold on, do you think... You do, don't you? You think all strawberries are supposed to be the same. You think there's only one kind of strawberry and anything that's different is wrong? You think all the strawberries around the world are supposed to be like the ones you find back home in Norway? That's crazy. I didn't know people thought that. I mean, in public school in Texas, I learned about species evolution and selective breeding when I was in like elementary school. And I know Norway has a great education system, so I assumed you would have learned the same, but maybe you missed that day of class. So let's talk about it. There are tons of strawberries all over the world, including some native to North America with wonderful histories in indigenous cultures. Some are more white in the middle, some are more red in the middle. This pack of strawberries from Japan cost $100. That's over $5 for one strawberry. They're seen as very special, very gourmet, and they are white on the inside. Here in the US, we have over 600 varieties, all derived from 5 or 6 wild species. They're not all the same, and in fact, the intensity of flavor varies too, especially by size. And even then, strawberries are like over 90% water, so it's not like they're the most flavorful food in the world. If you're going from here, thousands of kilometers across the ocean to completely unconnected landmass, the food's going to be a little bit different. Different things grow here. We have different climates, different soils, different biomes. The food is going to be different, and that's okay. And huge props to you for tasting the food, even though it smelled like farts, because a lot of people would be turned off by that. But there's plenty of food that smells bad and still tastes good, so congratulations. But don't expect it to be the same, because it's not the same. We have different foods in different places, and that's okay. Not every food needs to be like the food from your home.